Late afternoon, Los Angeles, California on a picture perfect Thursday afternoon. The defending World Series champion Dodgers, they are back home. And they are defending their title in a most impressive way. This is the 2025 National League Championship Series. It's presented by Loan Depot. It is Game 3. The Dodgers and the Brewers. Dodgers up 2-0 in this best of 7. And with that, we welcome you. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Ron Darling and Jeff Francoeur. We'll hear from Lauren Shehadi in just a moment. Well, the Dodgers go on the road and do what they've been doing all postseason. They're now 4-0 away from Dodger Stadium. Frenchie, they're finally back here in their comfortable surroundings. The Dodgers look like a freight train. They're 7-1 in this postseason.
I'll tell you what, guys, it starts with the pitching for them. I mean, I know they have sluggers, but these 4 starters they have been completely dominant. And you look at Snell and Yamamoto in game 1 and 2, 17 innings. But Ronnie, look at that, the 1 walk. That is what they have not let traffic on the base and let the Brewers do what they want to do. So for the Brewers, they're hoping they get a little different in game 3, but now you got Tyler Glasnow going for the Dodgers today. And in game 4, the clinching game against the Phillies, he was outstanding. 6 innings, 8 Ks, and you see that fastball was electric. Maybe the best we've seen it all year, according to Dave Roberts, up in the zone, and that big curveball. I'll tell you what, the Brewers have another task today because this guy's another ace for the Dodgers.
Well, Tyler Glasnow, one of the 4, he pitched in a very similar environment in game 4 against the Phillies, was dominant in the twilight. All right, Ronnie, the Brewers have thrived in this underdog motif all year. Well, it's a capital U now because they're down 2-0 in this series. What's their path back?
Well, first, Pat Murphy told us he admires his team, he admires this fight. I'm living proof. I played on a team that lost 2 home games to start a 7-game series and won the 7-game series, so it can be done. You can see on our graphic here all the numbers you want to see, but more importantly, they have to remember they won 97 games. They were 3rd in baseball in runs scored. They hit 7 home runs in the division series. That's the Brewers team we hope to see tonight.
They also posted 45 wins on the road in the regular season, the most wins in Major League Baseball on the road, including a sweep of the Dodgers here at Dodger Stadium. Aaron Ashby will make his 3rd appearance as an opener. He'll get the ball for the Brewers. There will be a bulk pitcher behind him. Pitching chaos today for the Brewers. And for the pitching story, we send it down to the 4th member of our team, Lauren Shehadi. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Brian. How do you feel about 103 miles per hour in twilight? No, thank you. The Brewers will hand the ball to Aaron Ashby as the opener. He's pitched in all but 1 postseason games, and then expect the young flamethrower, Jacob Misiorowski, to get the bulk of the innings. It's the long stride, Brian, the velocity that Pat Murphy hopes will be a challenge with all these shadows. Here's 101, 102, 103. Hit it if you can. Dave Roberts between Tyler Glasnow and Shohei today. Shohei may be a unicorn, but he loves his rest. So Glass today, Shohei tomorrow. Having 4 aces certainly makes decisions easier. So pitchers know their assignment, and so do we. It's time to play ball. Game 3 of the National League Championship Series on a gorgeous California day. It's next on TBS.
The 2025 MLB Postseason is brought to you by Loan Depot and by Amazon. Everything for every fan on Amazon. What a scene here at Dodger Stadium. They drew over 4 million fans this year, led the major leagues in attendance, and they are hosting their 40th League Championship Series. No ballpark has hosted more. Brewers batting order today turned in by Pat Murphy, Jackson Chourio, Bryce Terang, William Contreras. In the middle, it's Christian Yelich, Andrew Vaughn, and then Sal Frelick. Bottom 3, Caleb Durbin, Jake Bauers, and Joey Ortiz. Led Zeppelin ringing through Dodger Stadium as Tyler Glasnow is ready to make yet another twilight start in this postseason, Ronnie.
These pitchers have been untouched here in this postseason. Glasnow coming off his start against Philadelphia, 6 scoreless innings with 8 strikeouts and no walks.
Tell you what, Dazed and Confused, pretty good title, and sums up what the Dodger pitching has done to the Brewers lineup in the first 2 games of this National League Championship Series. Here we go. We're ready for game 3. First game in Los Angeles of this LCS. Tyler Glasnow, all 6-8 of them, deals a first pitch fastball. It's in there for strike 1, and we're off and running. Jackson Chourio, the 21-year-old talent, participating in his second postseason. He hit a leadoff home run in game 2 and a line shot right to Muncy, and that's how the day starts.
Well, if you're the Brewers right now, you got to be thinking, what do we got to do, right? You come out here and you finally get that curveball, and Chourio's had good ABs for this Brewers team the whole series, and right at Muncy.
Coming into this game, he's played 10 postseason games, 13 hits, and 4 home runs.
One away here is Bryce Terang. He shows bunt. That's not something the Brewers have done a lot of in the postseason. It is something they do a lot of in the regular season. Terang with the 1 home run. That was a put-away homer against the Cubs in Game 5 of the division series. Not a whole lot going on offensively for Milwaukee, Ronnie. 5 hits in the first 2 games of this series. Blake Snell, Yoshi Yamamoto with a couple of gems in the first 2 games.
If you go back to the division series, they've only scored 8 runs in their last 5 games here in the post. That's the lowest number they ever had over any 5-game span over the course of the regular season.
1-2 the count. Terang, a swing and a miss, and the first strikeout for Glasnow. Frenchie set us up with the Dodgers defensively.
Well, Dave Roberts run out with the usual for his team. Will Smith, of course, at catcher. Max Muncy at third. Mookie Betts up for a Gold Glove this year at short. Tommy Edman at second. Freddie Freeman at first. And in the outfield, Kike Hernandez in left. Pages in center. And, of course, Teoscar Hernandez in right.
2 outs. Here is William Contreras, Milwaukee's catcher. Strike 1. Glasnow. Frenchie had the fastball on point against the Phillies in the 4th and final game of that division series.
Yeah, well, he was working both sides of the plate. You can see that one right there. Pretty good fastball also. Funny, got 0% chase on that slider or sinker. But I go back and I think about it. He didn't really need to throw it. So we saw a lot of four seam and that good curveball.
Here's a 1-1. Contreras takes a ball. William Contreras back in the number 3 spot in the batting order. Does have 2 home runs in the postseason, but he's 0 for 7 in this NLCS. As Glasnow misses with a fastball.
This is a better matchup for Contreras. Glasnow will pitch in, but it's easier for him to pitch away to the right-handed hitters.
Hitters count. 2 outs in the first. And the 3-1. That is ball 4. And Contreras draws a walk. He was top 10 in the National League in that category this year. He is aboard. Brewers get a base runner in this first inning.
Well, and if there's one thing that Glasnow, right, you're nitpicking. But if you're the Brewers, if there's one thing now, he's thrown 8 1/3 in the postseason, 6 walks. So does have the ability, just like there, Ronnie, to kind of just lose it for a minute.
Brewers have scored often in the first inning of these postseason games as the LA area native Christian Yelich takes strike 1 from Glasnow.
Yeah, I was going to say home game for Christian Yelich.
Westlake High School here in LA. He loves playing in LA, loves Dodger Stadium. Brewers had good success here at Dodger Stadium in the regular season. Matter of fact, they went 6-0 against the Dodgers, but they went 3-0 here at Dodger Stadium. That solidified their best road record in the major leagues this year. They've been a team that has played comfortably and free away from American Family Field. Yelich, little tapper, going to be a tough play, and they'll watch that one roll as the speedy Yelich is aboard with an infield hit. Team that led the majors in infield hits, the Brewers, and they get one with 2 outs in the first.
I mean, 164 infield hits. They led the regular season. No chance for Glasnow there or Muncy.
No, you can see Glasnow trying to make an athletic play, but Yelich still got some wheels on him.
First 2 outs, then a walk, and now an infield hit. And it's Andrew Vaughn, who's connected for 2 home runs in this postseason. Those came in the division series. Hit a 3-run home run in the first inning against the Cubs in the division series. And Glasnow finds the edge with a strike.
Hoy so far has called 2 pitches off the edge for strikes. So you have to recognize that if you're the pitcher and the hitters.
Home plate umpire James Hoy is the crew chief with this 6-man crew in place. And a swing and a miss. Back to the slider. And it's 0-2 for Glasnow.
And this is where we talk about approach, guys, right? If you're Vaughn, you've realized now 2 off the plate like that. You almost got to sell out and think shoot to right field. And if he throws the fastball in, you try to foul it off.
2 on, 2 out, the 0-2, and it just misses. Vaughn didn't bite.
Good take by Vaughn. That's a tough one. I mean, he's throwing that slider harder than I remember him throwing it. 91 miles an hour.
Got to figure the adrenaline is pumping. Glasnow coming off a gem. He didn't get the win. It was a no decision, but he pitched beautifully across 6 innings. Vaughn skies that one foul.
And you can see location, guys, on that fastball. Glasnow doing that on purpose, right? Getting him looking away than 97, about 4 or 5 inches above where you want. And I mean, that's a pretty darn good job of Vaughn just fouling that pitch off.
Vaughn with 14 homers, 65 RBIs during the regular season. And a bouncer toward third, fair ball, easy step on the bag for Muncy. And Tyler Glasnow works around a little 2-out damage in the first. Brewers have an opener on the mound. It is Aaron Ashby when we come back. Milwaukee fails to score in the first. Here we go to the bottom of the first with Shohei Ohtani making his way to home plate. Ohtani, Betts, and Will Smith make up the top of the order. Smith and Freddie Freeman flip-flop in the batting order. Tommy Edman, Teoscar Hernandez, and then Max Muncy, Kike Hernandez, and Andy Pages. Rounding out the starting 9 for Dave Roberts, now in his 10th year as the Dodger manager. And Ashby against Ohtani, first ball swinging a cut and a miss.
98 miles an hour for the working pitcher for the Brewers. This is his 7th game, 3rd opener.
He was the opener in game 1 against the Dodgers. Put a scoreless inning on the board in that first inning. He's faced Ohtani twice in this series, one in each of the first 2 games. Ohtani has drawn a walk and had a single and an RBI in game 2. It's one of the main reasons he's on the mound, though, Aaron Ashby, as the opener to try to neutralize Ohtani and the Dodgers in the first inning. And because he is an opener, Jacob Mizorowski, the rookie flamethrower and the all-star for Milwaukee, is loosening in the bullpen. 1-2 the count. And Ohtani flicks that one out of play. Jeff, what do you make of Ohtani taking batting practice on the field yesterday? That's a rarity.
You know what that means? One thing. He's not feeling good at the plate.
Yeah,
and he's trying to switch something up. He hadn't done it in, what, 2 years here?
Doesn't sound like that would be an oddity, but Ohtani takes his batting practice, his drills in the cage as he dumps that one into right field. Ohtani on his way to second base. That one tucked in the corner. Ohtani thinking about third, and he's on his way. Shohei Ohtani with a triple to start game 3 for the Dodgers offensively. That's his first.
Well, Ashby's faced him 3 times now, a walk and 2 hits, Jeff.
It's like anything. The more you see him as the series goes on, right? Even though he got up 0-2, and give credit to Shohei here. He's just trying to put the ball in play. He came around it, and with his speed and where that was hit, easy triple.
He had 9 triples in the regular season. And Ohtani is at third to start this one, and Mookie Betts puts the Dodgers on the board right away. Splits the gap. Betts on his way to second. He is in there with an RBI double. 1-0 Dodgers right out of the gates.
Well, couldn't start any worse here for an opener and Pat Murphy and his Milwaukee Brewers team. Fastball away and down and sinking. He got a lean out there by Betts.
Well, look, Betts is a smart hitter.
Yeah.
He's not going to try to get deep in a count with a guy like Ashby and the stuff, so he was looking first pitch, just something to hit to the outfield, and he got rewarded with a double and an RBI.
First hit of the series for Mookie Betts, had been 0 for 7. And he has his second RBI. Now it's Will Smith who jumps ahead of Freeman in the batting order. Dave Roberts saying he just wants to split the lefties a little bit, knowing Ashby was going to be the opener today and the starter. So Smith hits in the 3-hole with Freeman in the cleanup position.
Remember, it's very easy, natural for Will Smith to hit the ball the other way.
Dodgers posted the most first inning runs in the regular season, but it's only their second first inning run of this postseason. Ohtani had the home run in game 1 of the wild card series against Cincinnati, that leadoff homer.
You know, Brian, I'm surprised that Mizorowski's still up. I would have maybe a guy to rescue Ashby, a guy to close this inning instead of your young right-hander.
2-0 the count on Smith. And it's 3 balls and no strikes. One of the concerns of Pat Murphy was the overexposure of his bullpen to the Dodger hitters, and then all of the work that these relievers have had to pick up. Going through a 5-game series, a series to the max with the Cubs, and then heavy usage of the bullpen in the first 2 games.
What?
3 balls and a strike to Will Smith, all-star catcher of the Dodgers. And he's late on it, fouls it back. 97 right down the middle. Smith missed a good chunk of September with that fractured hand, his throwing hand. Did not play in the first 4 games, or didn't start the first 4 games of this postseason. Didn't play at all in the wild card series. Came off the bench and played a half a game in the first 2 games of the division series. Been in the lineup ever since. And a called strike 3. Big bender by Ashby, and Will Smith is rung up, and there is the first out.
I'll tell you this, Ronnie, right now, if they come back to win this game, this is a huge moment. Down 3-0 with Freddie Freeman. Fastball, gets him 3-2, and then drops a beautiful curveball right on the corner.
Yeah, to come back from 3-0.
Wow.
Amazing job by Ashby. That's as good a left-handed curveball as you're going to see.
Freddie Freeman now. They chant his name here. Freeman, the World Series MVP. Been a league MVP as well in his time with the Braves. Freeman having a terrific championship series. 3 for 10, a homer. He's got a couple of doubles as well. All of his hits for extra bases.
Now, this is where Freddie Freeman really simplifies his approach. You know, you got a guy that's going to try to run 2 seamers in, and more than any other player we might have seen in the last 12 years, he's just willing to go the other way.
You know, with Ortiz holding the runner on at second, Betts just opens up that entire hole on the left side. Lefty on lefty against Freeman. I mean, it feels like a sure hit with Freddie out in there.
2 balls, no strikes. Leadoff triple Ohtani. Betts drove him in, and now Freeman takes a ball. 3-0 is the count. Ashby falling into another 3-0 count. Back-to-back hitters. And that one's low. And it's ball 4, first and second.
Does a little hop bring a little luck? Catch the game like never before with AI from Google Cloud.
Brewers manager Pat Murphy on his way out. Aaron Ashby's window was down through Freddie Freeman. And Ashby's going to exit as the opener, having given up 2 hits and a walk and a run for now. Pitching change in the first inning of game 3.
telecast is presented by authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
About to run out. Hey, it's gonna run on the ground. The good love that you have.
Well, the Brewers' armory is running thin, but they've got one big piece down there. Jacob Misiorowski, Ronnie the Miz, steps in here in the fire in the first inning.
He has been the story in the 2 games that he has come into, but both of those times he started an inning. This time coming in the heat.
To win for the Dodgers to get Misiorowski in this game in the first inning. And he steps in with Tommy Edman at the plate, and a blurring fastball is in there for strike 1.
And let's go ahead and add too. Look at right now where the shadow is, right on home plate is. So I mean, talk about a perfect time to bring a guy in. It is tough to see hitting here.
2 men aboard, but Betts at second, Freeman at first. Dodgers have a run in. Misiorowski pumps 102 in there for strike 2.
Just the blur of 2 fastballs to Tommy Edman.
Right field is very challenging defensively here. As Frenchie pointed out in Game 4 of the division series, Jackson Chourio will be wrestling with that setting sun as well. No balls, 2 strikes. Long pause by Misiorowski, and that one misses. Another one at 102. He hit 104 against the Chicago Cubs in the division series. There is no arm like this arm, especially as a starting pitcher, which he has been throughout most of the season. Once he came up to the big leagues, was a starter in AAA to begin the year.
7 innings so far in the postseason, only 1 run allowed. His control has been impeccable, and he's the equalizer for the Milwaukee Brewers. He's the guy that represents as good a stuff as anyone on the staff of the Dodgers.
4 pitches, 4 fastballs. 1-2 the count on Edman. And his first miss, that was the breaking ball, the curve. And yes, it is a curve at 89 miles an hour.
He threw a lot of sliders in his first appearance, but more curveballs in his second appearance against the Cubs.
Edman's had a nice LCS, 3 hits in 7 at-bats, a double, driven in a run, and a swing and a miss, and a wipeout curveball. Misiorowski strikes out Tommy Edman for the 2nd out of the inning. First strikeout, first batter face for the Miz.
His curveball was so nasty it almost hit Edman as he was swinging at the pitch. He's got arms and legs for days coming at you. Got the shadows, and 102.
Yeah.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez, continues to shine at the plate for the Dodgers. 2 on, 2 outs, and a pickoff play at second, and Bryce Terang's reaction says it all.
That usually doesn't happen in today's game because they have the pitch calm, so do the infielders. That's kind of how they set up those plays.
I mean, Terang's like, wait, what? Did I miss something?
Probably never saw one of those in the regular season for Misiorowski.
He fired a strike, though, at about 100 miles an hour to Terang.
I was about to say, there's a reason Terang didn't come in on the ball. He's like, I got to have time to catch this.
Exactly. Looking for the gear, the catching gear.
Teoscar Hernandez celebrated his 33rd birthday yesterday. 7 postseason games this year with the Dodgers. He's got 10 hits and 4 homers. And a swing and a foul right down the chute with a 102 fastball.
I think I was reading somewhere too, guys, that during the part of Milwaukee series, they left and went to a different hotel. His wife was scared of the fister.
He said, I'm not scared. But my wife is, so we went elsewhere.
Fister claims another one.
Friendly ghost at the fister. 0-2 the count. And that is a called strike 3. And Jacob Misiorowski comes on and quiets down the Dodgers in the first. They get a run, though. Ohtani with a triple. Betts drives him in. Dodgers on the board first in Game 3.
come on, I could see to the tops of the tallest trees, California.
Your team, your players, your postseason. Follow all the postseason action. Download the MLB app, the #1 app for live baseball. Beautiful Los Angeles. Abundant sunshine on this Thursday late afternoon in October. Sal Frelick leads off for Milwaukee. Brewers dodge a bit of a bullet in that first inning. Dodgers do score, but Jacob Mizorowski comes on and strands two as Frelick skies one in the infield. Mookie Betts, a Gold Glove nominee this year. There is out #1, and we kick it down to Lauren Shahadi.
Brian, Tyler was going over his plan yesterday during the workout, and Ron, he focuses on shapes. He wants sharper breaks. He wants everything to look tunneled, and Dave Roberts agreed. He said some people are just blessed by the gods as long as he's not too amped. Dave said it will look beautiful. You don't hear that word much to describe sliders, curveballs, and fastballs, but here we are.
Tyler Glasnow, all 6'8" of him.
He's too handsome to be a pitcher.
And he has a lip tattoo inside his bottom lip. I mean, there's a lot going on there. It's one of the great guys in the game. We always enjoy our visits with Glasnow through the years, going back to his Tampa Bay and his Pittsburgh days.
You know, talked to him about that the other day, guys, the lip tattoo, and he said, I got it in 15. I thought it was going to go away, and it hasn't. I'm like, dude, I think it's there to stay.
Caleb Durbin takes a ball.
We're going on 10 years now. If that thing's not gone.
Well, Lauren makes a good point, though. No one tunnels his pitches or tries to tunnel his pitches as much as Glasnow. That high fastball, that curveball, right off that same height.
Pitch sequencing has been a major story in the way the Dodgers have attacked the Brewer offense. Coming into this game today, the Brewers were 0 for 34 against non-fastballs.
Ball.
And that's a slider that just missed.
And they were 0 for 3 in that first inning. But even more importantly, the Dodgers are only throwing 38% of their pitches have been fastballs. Another breaker just off the corner there.
3-2. Durbin turns on it down the left field line. That is going to get down. Hernandez dives. It's going to go to the wall. The speedy Durbin around second. Now he's on his way to third. And the throw comes in. Durbin is safe. It's a triple for Caleb Durbin.
Well, and you just talked about it, Ronnie. They haven't seen many fastballs. Well, the one thing facing Glasnow today, he doesn't have as many off speed as Snell and Yamamoto. So you figured you were going to see a few more fastballs. Look at the count he worked. He was able to work a fastball count.
That's a great point, Frenchie. He's got to throw his fastball for his other pitchers to be effective.
Yep.
Well, that was a big story in his start against the Phillies. Good effort by Hernandez, but he comes up short, and it leads to at least an extra base. Durbin has great speed. Most certainly would have ended up at second base. But he is at third with one out, and Jake Bauers at the plate. Dodgers bring their infield in.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Infield in with shadows.
Throw gets away from Glasnow.
It was a perfect throw. It's just Glasnow took his eye off it, hit the heel of the glove.
He's staring into the sun as well.
Yep.
Can be tricky. Pop-ups, line drives at outfielders. It's a tough time of day to play. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bauers.
You know, it's hard to ask a team to be perfect. But the Brewers, because the hole they're in, they have to be perfect. And each and every time they are in a place where they have to bring in a run without the benefit of a hit. Now you want a hit. They've got to be perfect during those circumstances.
2-1. Bauers takes a strike right down the middle with a fastball.
I'm just convinced these guys aren't seeing it. You know, it's a 2-1 count. You got 96. Teoscar Hernandez, you know, 1 or 2 down the middle. It feels like they're recognizing the off speed, but the fastball's by him.
See what Glasnow has in mind. Runner at third, 1 away, and Bauers up the middle of base hit. It'll be an RBI single for Jake Bauers. It comes on a 2-strike pitch. And this game is all tied at 1. Bauers out of the number 8 spot in the batting order with his 3rd RBI of the postseason.
He gets a breaking pitch there. And just with the infield in again, right? Just didn't hit it necessarily hard, but a fast playing surface here. Look, that was their second plate appearance with runners in scoring position. Game 1 and 2, they didn't even have an opportunity.
That's right. That's how dominant the two starters for the Dodgers were in the first 2 games.
How about that offer? The offer's gone now against the breaking pitch for the Brewers.
That is their first hit. What did go to 0 for 37 prior to that one?
Yeah, so you're 1 for 38. You're hot. You don't even know it.
Joey Ortiz, number 9 hitter. Glasnow misses with a fastball. Brewers had the best road record this year in the majors. They set a franchise record for wins with 97. Had the best record overall in the major leagues. Bowers takes off, swing and a miss. Throw is up the line. Nice catch by Edman. Keeps that ball from going into center field, and Jake Bowers steals second base, and the Brewers starting to look a little more like themselves in the first 2 innings of this game.
Well, going back to the first pitch, Bowers was ready to go on the first pitch, and Glasnow swung over, and right here put a little pressure. Now going back to July of last year, 16 of 16 against Glasnow on stolen bases. 12 for 12 on the year.
T-Mobile base cam. And Ortiz takes a ball. (16 of 16), 12 for 12 this year. And a team that led the majors in stolen bases, the Brewers. 2 balls and a strike to count. Ortiz takes a strike. Perfectly placed fastball on the outside corner.
You know what I'm saying? We're not getting zero fastball swing.
Right.
Right? You got to do it again, right?
Yeah.
Fastball climb the ladder.
Pickoff play at second. That does go into center field, and Bowers on his way to third. And he'll be there with just 1 out. A throwing error by Tyler Glasnow is going to put Bowers at third base.
Well, the Dodgers usually are so buttoned up. There's no business for them to be trying to pick off Bowers at second base. He is not going to steal third. And see, that's why Roberts is shaking his head.
And you've opened up some scoring opportunities for the number 9 hitter. Infield back in. Glasnow deals, and a ground ball gloved by Muncy's coming to the plate, and the tag is in time. Wow, that was a great play by Max Muncy. Mark it down. Big play in the game early.
Let me tell you, not just a great play. Watch this. He pretty much got up and threw it without even taking a peek kind of where to go, and threw it on the perfect side of the plate. If that's thrown on the other side, he's probably safe, but gives him a great lane.
The first thing the Dodgers worked on when they came on the field today, infield in, throws to home. They did it for about 20 minutes.
Can't do it any better than that. Muncy has come up with some defensive gems in this series as Churio rifles one to right. Hernandez is there, and the inning is over. Brewers score, however. They get an RBI single from Jake Bowers. All tied at 1 as we go to the bottom of the second. Eligible Capital One Rewards card holders, you can redeem your rewards for tickets to the MLB postseason on Capital One Entertainment. Visit CapitalOne.com/entertainment for more information. Max Muncy will lead off. We are tied at 1. Dodgers get 1 in the first. Triple Ohtani. Mookie Betts with an RBI double. And then the Brewers square it up. A couple of hits in that second inning, including a Jake Bowers RBI single. Had a couple of triples in this game already. Durbin and Ohtani. Jacob Mizorowski back on the mound, and those shadows are in full effect now as you see the line of the roof between home plate and the pitcher's mound.
Going after Muncy with all breaking stuff. That the pitching coaches for the Brewers and Mizorowski were watching that last inning. They're not picking up the real good gas. Now Muncy's got a fastball situation.
And a swing.
And
and
he got a
miss.
slider.
Wow. I mean, he's swung out of his helmet.
Ronnie, you were thinking just like a hitter. I promise you.
I would have missed it too.
Going back to his Yale Bulldog days when he used to go bridge.
That's the last time.
2-1. Oh, I'm cheating on this one with you right here.
2-2 the count.
I was wearing out those biology majors.
Mizorowski deals, and Muncy, always a great eye. I thought Muncy's home run in game 2 was one of the pivotal moments in the game. It came with 2 outs in the 6th inning, 2 outs, nobody on. Brewers were trying to get their ace, Freddie Peralta, through that 6th, and Muncy took him deep. That one's a rollover ground ball. Bryce Terang, a Gold Glove nominee. He makes the play for out number 1 here to start it, and we send it down to Lauren Shahadi.
And Brian, Pat Murphy said it's very easy to see how Jacob will fare from the first inning. He said heater ball 1 is one thing, but Ron, if it's high strikes, big misses way outside, he's too amped. How do his misses look so far to you?
The misses are perfect. I've been amazed at the poise he has had coming in relief for now this 3rd time.
Kike Hernandez now. Mizorowski burst onto the scene in the middle of the summer. He started his year in AAA in Nashville, and after only 5 starts in the major leagues, he was named to the All-Star team. That was a pretty controversial naming of an All-Star. The truth behind a lot of that, there were a number of pitchers, more than 6 or 8, I'm told, that turned down the opportunity to pitch in the All-Star game, meaning they were either pitching the Sunday prior or they just didn't want to pitch in the All-Star break, needing the break for their arm. So once they went down the pegboard, it ended up as Mizorowski as the most entertaining option. So he became the pitcher to make an All-Star team with the fewest games in the history of the major leagues. 5. 0-2 to Kike Hernandez, and down he goes. Mizorowski almost falls off the mound.
Gave him a thumbs up over there to Pat Murphy.
Yeah. 3rd strikeout for Mizorowski. He's retired 4 in a row.
A little late break just ends up under the bat of Kike Hernandez. About that All-Star game, I don't feel anything against Jacob Mizorowski. I just thought it was unfair of baseball to name him as an All-Star. He had to read a lot of that criticism. It might even affected his 2nd half because of that. Just thought it was unfair.
He did post a 0 in that All-Star game.
And then for me, no disrespect to some of the other pitchers, you know, it was in my hometown in Atlanta, and I took my little guy. I want to see him pitch, right? I'm sorry. I want to see 104 coming at Aaron Judge. So I see both sides.
Well, our friends at Fox did such a great job in that game with some of the reactions, and the players, both dugouts on each side, all the players were up on the rail wanting to get a look at this 23-year-old from Missouri.
The hard thing today with that All-Star game is, like, for most guys, they pitch Saturday and Sunday, they're unavailable.
Right.
You know, so you get 10, 12 guys that can't pitch.
No balls, 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. And Pajes into right field, hit well, sunglasses on. Churio watches that one bounce.
I think he lost it.
He lost it,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You made a good point. Last inning, BA, there was that line drive from Churio to Teoscar Hernandez. The thing for Teoscar, you can see, look at the sun shining off his glasses right there. On that ball Churio hit was a line drive, so it never got up above the building here. That one, because it was higher and looping, look at that. You can see how bright that is.
Wow.
0-2 the count. Mizorowski trying to retire the Dodgers in order. Pajes. He's got a good approach going against Mizorowski. Trying to shoot one into right. Pajes 1 for 5 in this championship series. 2 for 29 in the postseason, Ronnie.
Remember, Brian, his big hit was to right field in game 2.
Right down the line, got a double, and scored Kike from first.
Well, let's talk about his last at-bat in this ballpark, which ended the division series on a broken bat comebacker. And a ball that was thrown away at the plate, and the Dodgers took down the Phillies in 4. On the ground to third, fair ball, Durbin, nice play. Long throw and an infield hit. Pages can fly, got down the line quickly. And the first base runner against Mizorowski comes with 2 outs.
Caleb Durbin, a lot of credit. That was a heck of a play, but Pages too fast.
Well, you can see the ex-wrestler in Durbin and how quickly he can get up and make that throw.
And now we are set up for the matchup we all want to see. Shohei Ohtani stands in against Jacob Mizorowski. Ohtani with a triple his first time up.
This is where we'll have to see him at his best poise-wise for Mizorowski. This is his first big moment in this game.
Remember that Tuesday night game we did earlier in the year? To start the game, he had him 0-2 and hung him a curveball that Ohtani hit to dead center in Milwaukee.
On the ground, Terang gobbles it up. Ohtani hit it sharply, but right at Bryce Terang. Pump of the glove by Mizorowski. Inning is over. We are still tied at 1 after 2 in Game 3. DraftKings Sportsbook is your home for live betting, and all customers can get a live home run boost. Download the app. Use the promo code HEAT when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Beautiful Dodger Stadium, one of the great cathedrals in Major League Baseball. 3rd oldest ballpark in Major League Baseball.
Never feels like the 3rd oldest when we come here. It's just so beautiful, clean.
You got to earn your fun getting in and getting out, but once you're in, it is outstanding. Bryce Terang leads off for Milwaukee. We're in a 1-1 game here in Game 3. Dodgers scored in the first. Betts with an RBI double, scored Ohtani. Jake Bauers with an RBI single in the second for Milwaukee. Glasnow 6 innings and a no decision against the Phillies. A week ago, last Thursday, to knock the Phillies out. That was that extra inning win for the Dodgers. Gave up just 2 hits, did not allow a run. He struck out 8 in the clinching Game 4. Dodgers swept the Reds in the wild card series. They were a division winner this year in the National League West, but they were the 3rd division winner, so they went into the wild card series. LA is 7-1 this postseason.
Think bad of the starting pitching they've been able to get this postseason. It kind of reminds you of the run. Remember the 05 White Sox with Jose Contreras, Freddie Peralta, and they were just eating 7-8 innings a game.
Freddie Garcia.
Yeah. What did I say, Freddie Peralta? Yeah.
Terang, a swing and a miss. First fastball he saw, and Glasnow puts it right by him. Strikeout for Glasnow. That's his second.
He's got 1 on the curveball and now 1 on the fastball. We talked about the tunneling. Lauren was talking about the tunneling. Likes to throw that high fastball across the letters and then break that curveball off the same position.
1 away here is William Contreras.
You get to watch hitters all year, right, and see different things. And Terang for me right now just looks long, trying to almost launch, and that fastball right now is just beating him. And then he's just out in front of the curveball. He's stuck in between right now.
Those are the 2 Glasnow Ks today against Terang. Contreras drew a 2-out walk in the first inning. Bats with 1 away. Numbers were down in the regular season for Contreras. He dealt with a number of injuries, including a fractured finger, which he continued to play through. Which is saying something for a catcher to play through an injury like that. He clipped a couple of home runs in the division series. He's now 0 for 7 in this championship series. Glasnow, tough slider. Contreras out in front and over the top, and it's 2-2. Christian Yelich due next.
Whenever I've watched Contreras and he's locked in, he's hitting a lot of balls up the middle and to right field. Seems like he's in home run mode with his swing so far in this series.
Count is full. One away in the third. And a swing and a miss. Glasnow strikes him out with a slider. Back-to-back Ks for Tyler Glasnow.
Well,
Two outs in the third.
He got back in the count with a 2-0 slider and then a heavy dose of the same pitch.
What he got 2-0, it's what he got 2-1. And then finally on 3-2, just couldn't lay off.
It brings up Christian Yelich with 2 away. Glasnow returned to the Dodgers in early July. He missed 2.5 months. Had some shoulder problems. 13 starts to finish the year. He pitched to a 2.86 ERA. He and Blake Snell combined for just 8 starts in the first half. But they built their rotation to be at their best at the end of the year. Had the patient approach. And they're both in peak form right now.
I mean, the Dodgers are so good that they can take all-stars out of circulation, put them down in Arizona, and then when they feel like they're ready, bring them back. And now they are like it's mid-June for them.
And they had, you know, the Padres are on their tail. It got to a game or two, but it always seemed like they were able to hold that lead and hold the division.
2 balls and a strike on Christian Yelich. Yelich is really struggling here. He is the Brewers' leader. Pat Murphy talking to us before the game. They need Yelich. He knows that. He's a calm, chill Southern Californian. Collected an infield hit in the first, his first hit of this series, and Glasnow wipes him out. Backdoor slider. Tyler Glasnow with his best inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 Ks. Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, Mookie Betts coming up. You're watching the 2025 NLCS. It's presented by Loan Depot. Bottom of the third, Dodger Stadium. Mookie Betts ready to lead off for LA. Late afternoon shadows a factor here as Jacob Mizorowski's back to work. First pitch breaking ball misses. Mizorowski came on with 2 men aboard in the first inning and only 1 out. He had back-to-back strikeouts of Edman and Teoscar Hernandez, and then he posted a 0 in the second inning. 3 strikeouts thus far. Betts cracks out one to center field. Sal Frelick is there for out number 1. In between innings, Lauren Shahadi caught up with Brewers manager Pat Murphy.
Pat, Jacob got out of a big jam in the first. What's impressed you so far?
Yeah, his poise. Ever since he's been coming out of the pen, he's been really, really good. And yeah, he picked us up big time right there. That could have been an ugly inning, but you know, they got the bloop hit down the line for a triple that caused the run, but Miz has shut him down. Now it's really tough to see, so for both teams.
I mean, you said you chased too much in game 2. What about tonight, Pat?
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to evaluate right now because it's hard to see right now, but I think we've done a better job offensively, and yeah, they got another great pitcher on the mound with great stuff, but I think we're responding pretty well to have it be 1-1 right now, and more to come, I'm certain.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah, guys, got to agree. It's a little unfair because of the shadows. But I go back to that second inning. Durbin with the triple. Bowers just a single up the middle. Churio line to right. I feel like when it's like this and it's tough to see, you can't have the big swing, right? You got to even simplify the approach a little bit more.
The humble approach,
yeah,
which I think is one of their strengths.
Yep.
You know, sometimes you hit some home runs in the division series and you get a little home run happy.
It feels good to put one on the board. It's a lightning strike. As Mizorowski climbs the ladder and strikes out Will Smith. He went upstairs with a breaking ball. That's the slider. That is a 96-mile-an-hour slider according to StatCast, and it is a slider. Look at the rotation on that pitch.
Well, Brian, that's just a mistake because the hitter reads slider. He's anticipating where the ball is going to slide to, and that didn't slide at all.
Feel if a pitcher could replicate that one every time, they'd never get hit.
That's right.
Here's Freddie Freeman.
In fact, that pitch, when Dice K first came to the United States, that pitch he tried to throw was called
the gyro.
Gyro ball. Exactly.
2 up, 2 down for Mizorowski. Freeman, a swing and a miss late on that one. Last inning, Mizorowski threw 17 pitches, only 6 fastballs. He has it when he needs it. But the attack against the Dodgers seems to be breaking ball. And that's a spinner that misses outside. 1-2 on Freddie Freeman.
Well, the last 2 nights, or the first 2 games, the Dodgers pitcher stuff was just so good that you really couldn't even blame the Brewers. Well, roles have been reversed here.
Yeah.
Mizorowski has that kind of ability.
Yeah, you get the feeling the next 3-4 innings could be their lane to possibly try to flip this game here, which we talked on the open. I think Pat Murphy even kind of admitted us. We got to win this ball game.
They're down 2-0 in this best of 7. It is rare that teams come back from a 2-0 deficit when they lose the first 2 games at home. It's only happened on 3 other occasions. And their backs up against the wall, but the Brewers know they've been a good road team this year. They've got a little bit of that bunker mentality away from their home ballpark. And they've got a weapon in this guy, Jacob Mizorowski. From 0-2 to 3-2 on Freddie Freeman. And that is a swing and a miss, and down he goes. A slider from Mizorowski. He's hawking coming off that mound. He's pumped. Back-to-back strikeouts. Mizorowski, 2 2/3 innings. He's got 5 strikeouts already, all tied at 1. We go to the 4th.
Dave, you didn't want Tyler to overthrow. How's he controlling his emotions so far?
You know what? He's doing well. I think that the curveball's sharp. You know, that last inning, I thought the slider's good, fastball velocity good, and obviously right there, Kike went for it, tried to make a play. You know, turned to a triple, but he managed limited damage right there. So I think he's in a good spot.
You had a front row seat to watch Max throw home. Could he even see the plate, Dave?
I don't know. You know, right now with the visual at the plate, it's tough. Off the bat, yeah, it's a tough adjustment, especially when you got missed on 102. But on that play right there, he did a good job going to his left, spinning and making a good throw. And again, that was a big play in the ball game so far.
Dave, thank you.
All right, Lauren.
Thanks to Dave Roberts, now in his 10th year as the Dodgers skipper, been to the postseason each of those 10 years, 2 World Series titles, 4 National League pennants. And these 2 managers are as interesting as the players, and they work together in the San Diego system. Pat Murphy was a AAA manager when Dave Roberts was a big league coach under Bud Black in San Diego, and then ultimately Dave Roberts managed 1 game as an interim manager. Then Pat Murphy took over in that 2015 season. And Dave Roberts and Pat Murphy, there they are together with the Padres.
Look, that's when Murph had some hair.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah,
now he's going high and tight.
That was a decade ago, 10 years ago. Now here they are matching up against one another. Pat Murphy was the manager of the year in the National League last year. First time that had ever happened in Brewer franchise history. Got a chance to win that award in back-to-back seasons. Vaughn 3-2 and a called strike 3. Fastball surprised him. Glasnow spots that fastball beautifully. And he's got 4 consecutive strikeouts, Ronnie, going back to the 3rd.
Well, Vaughn took a fastball right down the middle on the 2-1 count, and then that one you can't get to. That was a beautiful pitch on the outside corner.
6 out of 7 hitters now, the last 6 out of 7 have struck out. If you're wondering what these hitters are dealing with a little bit.
5 Ks for Glasnow. Sal Frelick takes a strike. Frelick with a pop-up in the 2nd inning. Little lazy pop-up to short. Oh, 2.
Frelick is Pat Murphy's German Shepherd.
Yeah.
When he wants to get that team going, he gets Sal Frelick to get his teammates in the clubhouse.
And a swing and a miss. Glasnow wipes him out. Smith with the pick and the tag to secure it. 5 consecutive strikeouts for Tyler Glasnow. He's got 6 in the game.
He's just got that great leverage. 6'8". He gets on top of that curveball and it goes straight down. And when you have these kind of shadows and get ahead, all you can do is bounce it. They're going to swing at it.
A bright background. Here's Caleb Durbin. That's the play that Dave Roberts referenced with Lauren. Durbin hit a line drive down the left field line. Kike Hernandez laid out for it. He came up short. It ended up going to the wall. And with one out, it was a triple. Durbin scored the run on the Bauer single.
You know, outfielders sometimes can get a little carried away, try to make the big play. We saw that, remember, Brandon Marsh in the Philly series, and early in the game, just told him to single.
I mean, you always want your players to lay out. But there's also intelligence when you're out there to know what the score is. Very few back-to-back hits in this series against Mizorowski or the Dodger pitching.
2 outs in the fourth. Glasnow deals, misses away. 3 balls and a strike. He's mad at himself. Jake Bauers due next.
Bauers up next. I think Durbin should get a fastball here in a 2-1 count, 3-1 count.
And it's high for ball 4. So a 2-out base runner. Durbin is aboard for Bauers with 2 away in the fourth.
Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Innovate in the service of people's pursuit of happiness.
Glasnow, who had struck out 5 in a row, had retired 7 straight, gives up a 2-out walk to a speedy base runner, and here comes Bauers, responsible for the lone Brewers tally. And a 2-strike RBI single off Glasnow in the second inning. Just drove it up the middle in a hot ground ball. First pitch strike in there. Base stealer at first in Durbin. And there he goes. Pitches inside. Throw down to second is a short hop. And Durbin is in there with a stolen base. Good throw gets him. But Smith threw that one in to the dirt.
Glasnow is so deliberate to the plate. That's why you can take advantage on the bases. He did not get a great lead. It did not get a great jump, but still beat the throw to second.
Again, you felt for the Brewers with Durbin's speed there. 2 outs. Bauers has been a hot hitter for the Brewers. He had to try to get in scoring position.
Base camp presented by T-Mobile. Go ahead run at second base. 2 outs. And that one's in there. A strike. Another fastball. This is almost a carbon copy of Bauers' at bat in the second inning. Took a couple of fastballs to get to 2 strikes. And then delivered with 2 strikes. Crowd trying to help out Glasnow. Here's the pitch, and it misses. Went for the backdoor breaking ball. 2-2.
Funny enough, Ronnie, you remember Glasnow was mad at himself. He threw a slider that got hit last time. See if he tries to come back with a fastball here.
And a cold strike 3. Dropped the hammer on him. Glasnow, a strikeout to end the inning. 7 Ks for the big right-hander. We're still tied at 1. Jacob Mizorowski, the Miz, in the spotlight for the Milwaukee Brewers here in Game 3 with their backs up against the wall. TBS Total Motion presented by Progressive. Tommy Edman will lead off for LA. And guys, this is the second time around now against Mizorowski. You never know when a big moment comes, and for the Brewers it came in the first inning when Mizorowski entered with 2 on and a run in and struck out Tommy Edman. Ended up striking out Teoscar Hernandez after that to get out of that first inning.
But you feel like it doesn't matter how many times you see the Miz. If he's got it working and throwing strikes, he's going to get you out. And that first at bat, he came in the middle of the inning, 2 on, needed to have it, painted those fastballs, missed with the curve, and then came back with the hard slider. Almost hit Edman.
0-2 the count on Edman, and he got him. Fastball at 100. He went a different approach. Edman got caught guessing, and down he goes. And this is a strikeout fest right now with Glasnow and Mizorowski.
Sometimes you throw that four-seamer, and it has that horizontal run. That ball started right down the middle, ended up right on the corner.
That's 3 consecutive strikeouts for Mizorowski going back to last inning. 4 of his last 6 outs have been Ks. Glasnow has 7 strikeouts.
Yeah,
his last 6 outs have been strikeouts for Glasnow.
9 of the last 11 hitters have been walking back to the dugout. If you're keeping score at home.
Teoscar Hernandez. Little tapper coming in. Ortiz. Slick fielding shortstop of the Brewers makes the play for out number 2.
The real slick infielders, Brian, as you know, they have the ability, as they're running at full speed, to get their feet right to as soon as it hits their glove, throw on the run. I mean, you can't get rid of the ball any quicker than he did. That was a thing of beauty.
Smooth and fluid, and a good opportunity for us to recognize the ground crew here at Dodger Stadium. This playing surface is as good as it gets. Flawless.
Every time I walk on that grass, man, I just want to put a golf ball down.
Both of you guys.
And take a pitching wedge and just take a 6-inch divot.
Boy, that would be beautiful.
Oh.
Flawless, and then 2 divots by you 2.
Yeah, fill it with sand, you're fine. I'm a sweeper.
I'm not.
Two 2-0 the count on Max Muncy. It's a fast track. Ronnie, you mentioned it. The ball does shoot through this infield. Muncy's made a beautiful defensive play. 2 of them already in this game, but he's been a factor defensively. Not always known as a great defender. He's had some moments already this postseason. And his peg to the plate is one of the big plays in this game as Muncy takes ball 3.
Hey, you do that. You talk about that play. You go back to the famous wheel play in the NLDS against the Phillies. And again, we talk about Muncy, Kike Hernandez. He's got so much experience in the postseason, though. These guys are coming up on 80, 90 games in the postseason.
3-0 to Max Muncy. That's a strike. Just caught the edge. Kike Hernandez due next. He'd love a chance in this 4th inning. We're tied at 1. Been that way since the Brewers scored in the 2nd. Same spot. And 1 mile an hour faster. He clicks it up from 100 to 101. And it's 3-2 now.
I mean, there's nothing you can do here if you're Muncy. You have to take that pitch. You're not going to put it in play.
You're going to kill somebody in your own dugout.
That's right.
Muncy in game 2 had his first homer of the postseason, his first RBI. 3-2 the count. And a swing and a miss. Jacob Mizorowski springs off that mound. He pumps his fist. 1-2-3 inning with 2 more Ks. He's punched out 7. All tied at 1. Game 3 of the NLCS. We go to the 5th inning. T-Mobile, the best network in the game, is now the best network in America. Late Thursday afternoon, October baseball in Los Angeles.
Wouldn't be a bad time for Ortiz maybe to bunt one. Try to get on base, do something to turn this lineup over and have some traffic against Glasnow.
Number 9 hitter for the Brewers. He reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. That was that terrific play by Muncy. Ortiz bounced one to third. Muncy gloved it, a spin, and a perfect strike to home plate to cut down which would have been the go-ahead run. That was in the 2nd inning. Ortiz is 0 for 4 in this championship series. And he takes a strike. Fastball has been good for Glasnow. Brewers seem to have a take approach on the number 1 from Glasnow, at least to this point.
Well, it's funny. We talked about it before. In the first 2 games, 62% of the pitches they saw were secondary pitches. So maybe that was their instruction for this game. sit on the breaking stuff. But if he throws a good one, you're not going to hit it anyway.
Bouncing ball foul.
Man, look, Snell and Yamamoto were so efficient too. I mean, they were filling up that strike zone. It kind of took them out of their game. Glass now a little more erratic, right?
Yes,
and so if you're the Brewers, right, you're at 78 pitches now for Glass now. You know you're at least going to get to see some of the Dodgers' pen today.
Up the middle, ranging over his Betts. Nice big hop for him. He throws on the run. And Mookie Betts takes care of Joey Ortiz, one shortstop to another.
I tell you, Mookie Betts has come such a long way at shortstop, working with Miguel Rojas. And watch how he cuts his ball off, takes the angle.
In his first year at that position, I always felt there was some anxiousness when I would watch him play. That is gone.
Well, Mookie Betts, Lauren Shahadi is a finalist for the Gold Glove Award in the National League, and a guy from the outfield to the infield turning himself into an excellent player out there defensively.
It's just thinking how you are your numbers at the end of the day. Not every super duper star is willing to switch positions for the good of the team. Him moving to short opened up so many options for Dave, and Mookie adamant. I hated the growing pains. I'd make an error and I'd think about it for weeks, but now I feel at home.
And he looks at home, and he credits Miguel Rojas, who is also a Gold Glove nominee, credits Miguel Rojas for, at the end of his career, Miguel Rojas helping Mookie Betts become the shortstop that he wants to be. It's the position he's always wanted to play as a major leaguer. Churio takes a ball.
I'll tell you this too, though, guys. You know how you get better? You work at your craft. We walked in game 2 in Milwaukee at what, 2:45. He was out there by himself taking 20 minutes of ground balls. Then did it again before the game.
Yeah, he's put in his 10,000 hours, right?
One away in the Brewer 5th with Jackson Churio up there. He takes a ball. Close pitch. Will Smith held it there for a moment. That's the passive aggressive way the catchers let umpires know he thought it was a strike. Got the crew chief behind home plate today, James Hoy. Churio rings one out to Betts. Hit it sharply, but Betts right there, and it's the second out of the inning. A couple of ground outs here for Tyler Glasnow.
One of the rare two-seamers from Glasnow who came in on Churio to get that ground ball. Nice pitching.
And Churio, the one Brewer I would say throughout the series that has had good ABs. You know, led off the game today with a bullet at Muncie there. A good hit, lined out in game 2 to left field.
Here's Bryce Terang. Terang, a Southern California kid. First round draft pick by the Brewers out of high school here in the Los Angeles area. Sends one to left. Kike Hernandez makes the play. Hit it sharply, but right at the Dodger left fielder. Ball is in play for the Brewers. Nothing to show for it. 3 up and 3 down. Acura Game Break presented by the 2025 Acura ADX. American League back at it tomorrow. Blue Jays Mariners ALCS Game 4 tonight at 8:30. Back at it tomorrow for a Game 5. And both of those games on FS1. Brewers Dodgers will be right here on TBS, streaming on HBO Max tomorrow night. How about the Blue Jays coming off the deck on the road? Road teams have won all the games in the league championship series thus far.
I mean, 5 home runs in that ballpark. That's doing it.
And the Mariners took an early 2-0 lead there too.
All tied at 1 here in Game 3. Brewers are hoping this road theme continues in the championship series. William Contreras may have got something in his eye.
Yeah, you have to watch out when you're scrubbing your eye there. Get that eye black in there.
Is that real eye black or is that?
I think those are the stickers.
Stickers.
So here we go. Mizorowski back to work. He's retired 10 out of 11. He's been efficient, Ron. Now the big question is, how long can he be effective? And if he is effective, how long will the Brewers let him go?
What's more important for me, as long as he's effective, he's still in the game. This is, you got to have this game.
Yeah.
Mizorowski came on, retired 4 in a row. He got the last 2 outs of the first inning. Coming in for the opener, Aaron Ashby. He's only given up 1 infield hit to Pajes. Hernandez steps in the bucket and swings and misses. 1-2 the count.
In the bottom of the 5th now, we have not had a hit from either team since the 2nd inning. So you heard Dave Roberts say it, you heard Pat Murphy must say it. You know those hitters are coming in saying we can't see anything.
Hernandez pops it up. Bryce Terang will make the call at second base. And it's 8 in a row for Jacob Mizorowski. We remind you the 2025 MLB postseason is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico. By Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Innovate in the service of people's pursuit of happiness. And by Genesis Motor America. Learn more at genesis.com. Mizorowski facing Andy Pages, who has the only hit off Mizorowski. And he's up there hacking at the first pitch.
Mizorowski in the postseason now, guys, in 3 appearances, has pitched 11 innings, has given up only a Seiya Suzuki home run. That's it.
And he was anything but a certainty coming into the postseason. Matter of fact, there was some talk about Mizorowski not even making the division series roster. He's in an innings limit he's never been. Mental fatigue, arm fatigue, body fatigue, all of it new in his rookie year. But boy, did they find something in that division series with this talented right-hander. 0-2 the count on Pages. On the ground, backhanded by Ortiz. 2 outs.
You know, sometimes, guys, sometimes when you have a young pitcher, sometimes it's better to not know you're going to pitch and be grinding all day about starting a game. So coming out of the bullpen maybe has helped them. You can see his strikeouts today. 3 on the slider, 2 on the curveball, 2 on the fastball. Great repertoire by the Miz.
He's faced 14 batters. He struck out half of them. The Brewers' rookie record in the postseason for strikeouts is 8. Brandon Woodruff, who we talked to in the middle of game 2. Woodruff not on the active roster with a lat injury. Did that against these Dodgers here at Dodger Stadium, Brandon Woodruff, back in 2018. Ohtani, a swing and a miss. 0-2 the count.
What's been so impressive is the way he's pitched today. You just talk at the curveball, the slider. When you got 102, it's easy to think just throw that. But he's got these hitters for the Dodgers who are, I mean, they're so good. He's got them thinking. He's got them 0-2, 1-2. He's able to expand the zone.
To Shohei Ohtani. And he got him. Mizorowski strikes him out on a curve. 8 strikeouts, ties a Brewers postseason record for a rookie. He is retired 10 in a row, and the Miz is making headlines once again in the postseason. Still tied at 1. 5 in the books in game 3 of the NLCS. The 2025 NLCS is presented by Loan Depot, Palm Trees of LA. First ball swinging, William Contreras. And it's a 6-3 putout to start it for Tyler Glasnow. So it might be getting to the end of the Glasnow experience. His pitch count is at 87. There is activity in the Dodger bullpen. Alex Vesia, one of the trusted left-handers in Dave Roberts' bullpen. Dodgers starting pitchers getting through at least 6 innings has been a major story here this postseason as Christian Yelich takes a ball. Dodgers flipping the script from a year ago when it comes to length from a starting pitcher. Only 2 starts of 6 or more innings in the 16 postseason games last year. So far, 7 of 8, and Glasnow is 2 outs away from a 6-inning performance to make it 8 of 9.
Brewers, on the other hand, in their 8 postseason games this year, no pitcher has gone at least 6 innings.
And they used an opener tonight with Aaron Ashby. followed by Jacob Mizorowski. Freddie Peralta went 5 2/3 in game 2. There's a strike. 2-2 now on Yelich. Yelich has been ice cold in the postseason. Had an infield hit his first time up. He's late on it, fouls it back. Count is full. Yelich now 5 for 28 this postseason. No damage, no homers, no RBIs. Finished with 103 RBIs. He clubbed 29 homers in a big comeback year. And a swing and a miss. Chase ball 4. Glasnow strikes him out. Gets back into the strikeout run. Send it down to Lauren Shahadi.
And Brian, Pat Murphy just came up and said, you want to know the story of this game? I said, yeah. He said, you can't see. Both teams haven't had a hard hit ball in 3 innings. I said, what do you do? He said, pray and wait until the 7th and then attack.
I love the fact that Murph is going through that with Lauren in the middle of the game.
That's right.
It's good reporting, man.
Send that up to the boys, he says. 2 outs in the 6th for Glasnow. Here's Andrew Vaughn. Glasnow's had a nice game plan against Vaughn. He stayed away from him with the fastball. Got him to ground out weakly in the 1st, and then he struck him out looking in the 4th inning.
You know, he's treated Vaughn and Contreras almost the same.
Yes.
Nothing but sliders and fastballs away, away, away. Not letting them be able to pull and do what they want to do, which is damage.
2-1 to count with 2 outs. Count goes 3-1 now.
There's been a lot of 3-1 counts in the last 3 innings, but every time he pumps a fastball in there, there's a lot of take by the Milwaukee hitters. We know they're overly patient.
See if he pulls the trigger here, Vaughn. 3-1. And that is ball 4. Gets by Smith. Smith trying to frame that one into a strike. Vaughn will draw the walk. 2-out walk here in the 6th inning. Brewers extend the 6th.
With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Well, there's the answer to the question. 1 base runner is what Dave Roberts was going to allow Glasnow.
Boy, B.A. Glasnow just yanked his head. He was not happy to be getting yanked from this game.
Well, don't walk Vaughn.
He's out 5 2/3.
Series. What team has the most World Series titles?
Tyler Glasnow, 5 2/3 innings. Struck out 8. Southern California native, pitching for his hometown team. Hart High School, Santa Clarita native. In the 2nd of a 5-year deal. He has a 6-inning outing in the postseason and now 5 2/3 in the championship series. Remember, he missed the postseason last year with an elbow injury. And now the wheels in motion as the Dodgers go to Alex Vesia from their bullpen runner.
Yeah, it has not been a great year for the Dodger bullpen, but in the circle of trust is Alex Vesia.
Vesia enters in the 6th with Sal Frelick coming up. It's a lefty on lefty matchup. Frelick, a very good hitter, Frenchie, in the regular season against lefties.
You see that 1 for 9 this postseason. Able to stray to foul pole to foul pole. It's one reason he hits great against lefties.
Frelick, little half swing foul. And the count is 0-2.
Well, Dave Roberts was telling us before the game, by bringing Vesia in, the left-hander, he really wants to force Pat Murphy to maybe make some changes, maybe hit for Bowers, who's had some good at-bats. It'll be interesting if Pat Murphy bites.
Brewers with a base runner at first, a 2-out walk. Andrew Vaughn. And now the 0-2. Frelick takes a called strike 3. High fastball. Vesia Strikes out Sal Frelick to end the 6th. Brewers strand a runner. This pitcher's duel continues in Game 3 in the shadows of Dodger Stadium. We're still tied at 1. The 2025 MLB postseason is brought to you by Loan Depot and by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Innovate in the service of people's pursuit of happiness. Here we go. Dodger half of inning number 6. Jacob Mizorowski starts Mookie Betts with strike 1. Opening slider at 93 miles an hour. Mizorowski has retired 10 in a row. He has retired 14 of 15 since he has been in the game. The only hit was an infield hit by Andy Pages.
Leads the world in funny swings by the Dodgers, too.
He's already matched the Brewers rookie record for strikeouts in a postseason game with his teammate Brandon Woodruff. Mookie Betts had an RBI double, put the Dodgers on the board in the first off Aaron Ashby. That followed a Shohei Ohtani triple that started the game offensively for LA. Brewers have used 2 pitchers. Pat Murphy going with the opener and Aaron Ashby. Mizorowski getting the bulk of it. And by the way, 2 pitchers went to the same small college in Missouri, Crowder College. Called strike 3. Betts is rung up. Outside corner, 4-seam fastball from the Miz.
I was just going to say that I hope that Mizorowski doesn't forget that good fastball.
Do it at the perfect time. Get that slider, you get that eyesight, and then you just come right here and maybe a tick off. But
nice job by Contreras.
Yep.
A generous call. Betts didn't believe it. 9 strikeouts for Mizorowski. Just set the Brewers rookie record. And he opens with a strike on Will Smith. That is Abner Uribe. More heat in that Brewers bullpen. Smith rocks one into left center, a base hit. Will Smith squares it up. He got a breaking ball up. Did not miss. And the second hit against Mizorowski, and the Dodgers have a base runner here with 1 away.
Not only that, guys, but the first hit since the 2nd inning. And Will Smith, we talk about the simple approach he has.
He hasn't had a lot of hits, but remember, he hit a slider against the Phillies, a big 2 RBI single.
Broke that game open.
Right? Broke that game open, and now gets on base against the slider of Mizorowski. Talented pitching coach for the Brewers, Chris Hook, out there, settled down his young right-hander.
In the heart of this Dodger order, Dodgers had a base runner off Mizorowski in the 2nd, but it came with 2 outs. Now Freddie Freeman steps up with Will Smith at first base.
Freddie Freeman saw a lot of sliders from Mizorowski in his last at bat. A 3-2 slider to strike him out. He's so talented to sit on a pitch.
Oh, yeah. Well, and in his postseason career, guys, this is where he's made his money. 10 out of his 15 home runs have been go-ahead homers for the Braves and Dodgers over the years.
We had a thrilling Game 1 of this series. It was Freeman who put the Dodgers on the board with his first homer of this postseason. First ball swinging, ties him up with a breaking ball, the slider.
Remember in Game 1 on that home run, he walked us through what he was trying to do. He saw an inside fastball from Chad Patrick. He sat on it later in the count, and he hit that home run.
The long pause using all of that pitch clock. Mizorowski deals it, and Freeman takes a ball. Remember, batters only have 1 timeout. They cannot step out more than once in a sequence. Freddie Freeman did not want to use it there. And he'll take as much time as he can to step in now. Smith the runner at first. Freeman left field, slicing in the seats, a foul ball.
It's funny, I recognize once you said that, Via. He waited right till 8 seconds to step in that time.
That's how hitters combat that, right?
Yeah.
And almost forced Mizorowski to miss on his own and get charged with the penalty on the time clock.
Batters have to be attentive to the pitcher in the box at the 8-second mark, and this is why Freeman is standing there like this. He's staring directly at the clock. So he's in by 8. Now Mizorowski can take it to 0. Wise move by Freeman.
I'd like to see Mizorowski double up on that fastball right now.
2-2 the count. Dodger half of inning number 6. And it's 3-2. Tommy Edman due next.
Stuff just shortening up a little bit for Mizorowski in this inning.
Pitch count at 71. Full count. 1 away. Here he comes. And it's ball 4. What an at-bat by Freddie Freeman. First and second with 1 away. And now Tommy Edman coming up. MLB Together is baseball's platform embodying the sport's commitment to philanthropic causes and mental wellness efforts by teams, players, in the league. To learn more, please visit MLBtogether.com. It's not just the pitches for Mizorowski. It's the times he has gone back to the dugout and then got back up. That's a liner into center field. That's down for a base hit. Here comes Smith. Frelick's got a great arm. It's cut off. Throw to third, not in time. Tommy Edman puts the Dodgers in front. Edman on the first pitch delivers in the clutch again. And the Dodgers get to Mizorowski in the 6th inning.
Well, great read by Will Smith out at second base, too. The ball had a little hump on it. And I don't know that Sal Frelick ever got a good grip on that ball.
He didn't.
It kind of just lollipopped in there. Take a look right here. Edman right up the middle. And you can see Dino Abel sending him right away and gives the Dodgers a lead.
Dodgers putting together an inning. Smith with a single, Freeman with a walk. Tommy Edman puts the Dodgers in front. More baseball presented by Geico. Tommy Edman on the first pitch, and guys, Sal Frelick did not get off a very good throw at all here.
He's got 10 outfield assists this year, one of the stronger arms. I get usually he is in right field, but it's almost like he thought that Will Smith wasn't going.
There was 2 plays there for him. He had to try to gun Smith out at home. If he didn't think he had a play, he had to throw and get Freeman out at third base.
Yeah, even a firm throw into the cutoff man, and they've got a chance at Freeman at third, but not the case. Dodgers score. Abner Uribe, who has been the Brewer closer, is on the mound here with 1 out in the 6th inning.
Because of the predicament the Brewers are in, Pat Murphy has to use his bullpen in reverse, going with Uribe, who saved 6 for 6 down the stretch this year when Trevor McGill was hurt.
Teoscar Hernandez, who has delivered so many times as a Dodger the last 2 years in the postseason. First and third, 1 out, and Uribe straightens him up. Uribe, while he has a big fastball, it is a sinking fastball. He does get a lot of ground balls. He's not a big swing and miss pitcher, believe it or not. So the Brewers keep their middle infielders halfway back with hopes to turn a double play. 2-0. And that's in there for a strike.
You have to keep your eye on Edman at first. Usually you want to keep your place and let Teoscar hit one out of the ballpark, but you don't want the double play either.
2-1 to count. 2-2 now.
It's interesting. We're seeing 96, 97. Usually that sinker is more 99, in that area, but because of the use and what you have to do. We saw it, remember, guys, the three of us with Cleveland last year in that bullpen, playing the Yankees. You start pitching every day, getting lengthened out, and that fastball just doesn't have the zip.
And remember, if it goes to a Game 5, these will be 3 games in a row. No off days.
One series leads to the next as well. Jared Koenig, another late game high leverage pitcher, is loosening quickly. Uribe out there for the 4th time in the last 6 days. High stress pitching here. 2-2 the count on Teoscar Hernandez. And he misses with a slider. Game-breaking moment for the Dodgers in the 6th.
Your best pitcher's your sinker. You got to trust it. Try to get a ground ball here.
Hernandez with big power to the opposite field. And a swing and a miss. He got him on a slider. He got Teoscar Hernandez to chase. That's a big out for the Brewers. 2 outs now. Still runners at the corners.
Well, he trusted his slider instead. Teoscar probably looking fastball there as well. Way out in front.
And a little have a predicament here. The righty Hernandez could always. You don't have to give Muncy something to hit, is what I'm saying. You got first and third, 2 outs.
There's a base opener. It just happens to be at second base right now. Oh! And now Uribe throws it away. In to score is Freeman. And a throwing error by Uribe, a second error of the series. And the Dodgers are up 3-1.
Pitchers and errors versus the Dodgers. This one's not even close. Threw it so hard it came off that wall back, so Edman couldn't even advance. But
and Edman wasn't even that far off the bat.
That's right.
Huge mistake by the Brewer reliever. 2 men are out. Max Muncy takes a first pitch strike in there. Muncy dealt the Brewers a big blow in the 6th inning of Game 2. Popped his first home run of this postseason. The 0-1. Muncy on the ground. Terang gobbles it up, and the inning is over. But a throwing error by the pitcher Uribe has allowed the Dodgers to add 1 more. Tommy Edman puts LA ahead with an RBI single. It's 3-1 Dodgers. They're up 2 games to none in this best of 7 NLCS. Let's look at the latest betting odds from DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Place your bets live today. Sign up with promo code HEAT. Dodgers score twice in the 6th. 2 runs on Jacob Mizorowski. One of those earned. 3-1 LA. As we go to the 7th inning now, and Alex Vesia back on the mound to start this inning. Brewers are at the bottom of their order. Durbin leads off. A lefty and Jake Bauers do next, and then Joey Ortiz. Vesia got the last out of the 6th in relief of Tyler Glasnow. That ball's hit hard down the left field line. That's going to bounce up against the wall, and Caleb Durbin will have a double here to go along with his triple earlier in the game. And the Brewers get a lead man on and will bring the tying run to the plate quickly.
Well, Durbin did a good job laying off that first pitch and got a fastball in the zone and just turns on it. Now today, you got that triple. He walked also today.
That's right. And you can see that Pat Murphy is not going to respond with a pinch hitter against the left-handed Vesia. Bauers will get the at-bat. Blake Trinan up for the Dodgers.
Bauers single and an RBI, his first time up. Did it with 2 strikes, put the Brewers on the board. You guys play manager here. Why would Murphy allow Bauers to hit here against a lefty in the late game scenario?
Well, you only got 9 hits this series, and he's got 2 of them, right?
Okay, that's a good
start. And so I think sometimes you got to throw out the numbers and trust your guy. And also, if you think he's going to get another bat in the 9th inning, Sasaki probably down there.
Yep, probably against the right-hander.
You want him in there.
Remember, he doubled off Sasaki in Game 1.
Sometimes it's the moves you don't make.
Yeah.
Vesia deals. Bauers fouls it back. Bowers has not faced many lefties this year. Pinch hitter out of the dugout most days as a Brewer, but he's getting some starts here in the postseason to get his bat in the lineup more. Durbin dancing at second. Bowers thinking opposite field. He fouls it away. Count stays at 0-2.
And the one thing for Pat Murphy, if you're thinking about it with Vesia, he doesn't have 97, 98. You got time like that to spoil some pitches.
And most of his fastball slider against the lefty will be away.
0-2 the count. See what Vesia has in mind. Bowers skies one in the infield. Back in the grass now is Betts. He wants it. No, Pages will make the call, and he's got it for the out. Lefty on lefty matchup goes to the Dodgers. T-Mobile, the best network in the game, is now the best network in America. And Dave Roberts on his way out. So Vesia faces 3 batters. Got a strikeout to end the 6th. And the runner his responsibility at second base. Blake Trinan is coming in. 1 out in the 7th. Brewers will have the tying run at the plate as Vesia exits. By AT&T. Brian Anderson, Ron Darling, Jeff Francoeur, Lauren Shahadi down on the field. And guys, we're in a moment of truth now for the Brewers. Down 2-0 in this best-of-7 series. They're down 2 runs in this game.
Someone's got to come up with a big hit, right? At some point for the Brewers, someone's got to throw a punch and fight back. Very much in this ballgame. Time runs coming up.
Then we mentioned before, 7 home runs in the division series. They could use a long ball in this game.
So a new pitcher will be greeted by a pinch hitter, Isaac Collins, a switch hitter off the Brewers bench, and that's going to bring a visit from Mark Pryor to have a chat with Trinan and a scouting report on Collins.
You don't see that very often. A manager coming out to take out a pitcher, and a pitching coach coming out to talk to a pitcher, the next pitcher, without a pitch being thrown. Very rare. Feels illegal. It does, right?
Is this allowed?
Isaac Collins, been one of the top rookies all year in the National League. Tailed off toward the end of the season. But he was in the conversation for most of the summer for Rookie of the Year. He's got a runner at second in Caleb Durbin, batting in the number 9 spot in the batting order. Collins skies this one in the grass. Tommy Edman wants it. And on the first pitch, Blake Trinan picks up out number 2.
Remember, Blake Trinan had one of the biggest outs in this series in game 1. He came in to strike out Bryce Terang on that high fastball to really pick up Sasaki, who struggled.
Notched the save in game 1, and Trinan, although he has really struggled this year and down the stretch for the Dodgers, he had an ERA north of 11 in the month of September. Churio, big swing and a miss.
One thing Dave Roberts loves about him, though, the postseason experience, these moments.
He's a warrior.
Yep.
You know, he's one of the reasons they got the title last year. One of the big reasons.
Churio's taken the best at-bats of the day for Milwaukee, but Trinan with a couple of big breaking balls has him 0-2. Churio is scorching the ball right now. His last 7 balls in play, the slowest one has been 95 off the bat.
Sometimes a hitter tells you what pitch you got to throw. He's got to throw another slider off the zone.
He hasn't been close. 2 outs. 0-2 the count in the Milwaukee 7th. Trinan, and that one hung right there. Churio fouls it back.
Look at Churio.
He knows.
He's cramping. I think he's cramping up.
Remember, he's got that bad hamstring.
Oh, no.
Did he swing so hard that he pulled it?
Churio, it's the right hamstring that was the injury during the regular season late in the year, and he cannot bend his right leg right now.
I think that's a cramp.
Yeah, more like a cramp than
Yeah, I just heard or saw Pat Murphy. It's not always advisable to read Pat Murphy's lips, but he did say it's a cramp to the home plate umpire. And now can he fight through it? Ooh, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, he can't. He can't do anything with it. He's visibly upset, and he's hopping his way off the field, and somebody's going to have to take this at bat with 2 strikes. Churio's out of this game. Just emotion just pouring out of him right now. It's Blake Perkins grabbing a bat here. This is an injury replacement. Perkins will get as much time as he needs. Oh, that right leg. Oh. This was an injury that Churio sustained in late August. First time he's been injured as a professional. He's still only 21 years of age. And he came back and he played well. Really no sharp signs of the injury, but Ronnie, you were on the series. He tried to beat out a double play, and we've been monitoring his sprint speeds. In baseball, you do that by feet per second, and he's not really hit his normal sprint speed to first base since then.
He hasn't, but it happened to him again in game 1 of that division series. He has 3 hits through 2 innings in that series when the Brewers scored 9 runs in the first 2 innings against the Cubs. I think I said Cincinnati, against the Cubs. And that's where he hurt it.
So Blake Perkins, a switch-hitting center fielder, is going to resume the at-bat. The count is 0-2. This is essentially a free at-bat for Perkins. Whatever the result is in the negative will belong to Churio.
How about if he gets a hit here?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be crazy?
That's a headline. Runner at second, 0-2. What a spot to be in. Perkins fights one off. Trinan goes right at him, as he should. Started him with a breaking ball right in the middle of the strike zone. He's thrown 4 consecutive sweepers. Perkins has hit 1. Tying run at the plate. 2 outs in the Brewers' 7th.
Almost clipped him with a fastball there. They were trying to throw it up. Tugged it inside. Trinan's thrown a couple of breaking balls right in the middle of the plate.
Perkins has sneaky power. Here's the 1-2, and he chops that one foul.
That was a good one.
Count stays at 1-2, and I'm guessing, Frenchie, every swing here, when you come into the middle of a count, is a benefit to the hitter.
Oh, it is, and for him now, at least he's seen 3 pitches, right? He's seen 2 sweepers, he's seen that heater in.
Baseball's equivalent of the breakfast ball. Here's a 1-2, and that one just missed. Smith made it look good, but the count goes to 2-2. Bryce Terang due next. Perkins has to know he is going to get a good pitch to hit. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and he got him. Trinan sticks with the breaking ball. That strikeout will belong to Churio. Perkins goes down, and Trinan strands a runner at second base, a leadoff double. Still 3-1. Dodgers lead it. Stretch time in LA. Blake Perkins will stay in the game to play center field. He's an excellent center fielder. That moves Sal Frelick to right. Churio out. Andrew Monasterio will take over at the shortstop position. And Abner Uribe back on the mound. It's 3-1 Dodgers. We play in the home 7th of game 3. And the Dodgers winning 2 games on the road to start this series. A commanding 2-0 series advantage. Kike Hernandez 0 for 2 in this one. Both of his at-bats against Jacob Mizorowski. And Ronnie, looked like Mizorowski just hit the wall there in some just impressive at-bats by the Dodgers in the 6th inning.
He did. He got that breaking ball was a little rounded off, and the fastball went from 102 to 96.
Hernandez pops this one up, Monasterio fresh into the game and makes a play for out number 1. Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org. Follow @playball on X, Facebook, and Instagram.
You know, guys, he had Freddie Freeman 1-2. Freddie wore him out, drew the walk, and then Edman, brilliant move. Knows the guy wants to get ahead after walking him like that, and he jumped him on the first pitch.
Tommy Edman's postseason as a Dodger has been so impressive. He was the NLCS MVP a year ago against the Mets. And Edman had the big hit to put the Dodgers in front. Uribe's error led to the second run of the 6th inning, which made it 3-1. We've had errors from 2 pitchers in this game, Glasnow and Uribe. Anthony Banda is preparing for the 8th, which will start with a lefty in Terang, then Contreras, then another lefty in Yelich.
And when you play the Dodgers, you think of the little things, Ronnie, that you can't make the mistake. The ball that Uribe threw away, you get a guy on to start the inning at second, and you can't get him over to get a chance to get the run in.
And it's the little things that the Brewers have been so great at all season long. That's why they had 97 wins. Different in the postseason, though.
Could be Uribe's last hitter. He saw Jared Koenig in the Milwaukee pen with Ohtani due next. 2-2 to Andy Pages.
I wonder if Uribe, because he's appeared so often in the last 6 days, 4 times, does he feel like he doesn't have that good fastball, because he's been real slider dependent.
Full count to Pages with 1 away in the 7th. Called strike 3. Got the call. Generous out there. Pages is rung up for out number 2. And Pat Murphy on his way out.
Well, if there's any pitches that have been going the pitcher's way, it has been certainly on that side of the plate for home plate umpire James Hoyt.
Be the last batter that Uribe faces. So he will exit. 3-1 Dodgers. There are 2 outs, nobody on. Jared Koenig, the lefty, on to face Shohei Ohtani. Take a look at our game summary presented by Amazon. We are in the bottom of the 7th. Shohei Ohtani coming up with 2 outs. Dodgers lead 3-1. They just scored 2 in the 6th inning. Jacob Mizorowski was excellent through 5 innings. He struck out 9, a rookie record in the postseason for the Brewers, but the Dodgers got to him. And it is 3-1 LA. Jared Koenig on to work for Milwaukee.
He's been good in this postseason. 3 times against the Cubs in that division series. Now his 2nd time against the Dodgers.
Ohtani swinging away at the first pitch, chases a breaking ball.
I don't know if I've ever seen Ohtani step more in the bucket. That front hip is cleared early.
Ohtani had a triple and a run scored in the first. He's 1 for 3.
Just go back to that Philly series, Ronnie, and Sanchez and those lefties. They just pounded him in, man. They were relentless on that inner half, and he just, instead of taking them, started opening up and hadn't been able to get away from it.
And the man who is so routine-oriented, maybe the most routine-oriented of any big leaguer going right now, changed his routine yesterday and took batting practice on the field during the workout. You rarely see him on the field.
Hit one on top of the pavilion.
Yes, he did.
No, they can still do that no matter what.
That's right. 2 balls and a strike to count. Man, a big swing and a miss. Just got the cutter by him. Ohtani takes his time out. This was the scene yesterday. Normally, you see this, a batter is in the batting cage. You don't think anything of it, but when it's Shohei Ohtani, Dave Roberts said he couldn't remember an occasion where he took BP on the field at Dodger Stadium this year. Got to go back to spring training even. And Koenig wipes him out. Ohtani's struggles continue. Koenig with the strikeout to end the inning. We go to the 8th. Bonda coming in. Dodgers lead 3-1. '25 National League Championship Series presented by Loan Depot. Game 4 tonight, Blue Jays Mariners. Joe Davis, John Smoltz and company will have it for you on FS1. They're back at it tomorrow for Game 5. We'll have Game 4 this series tomorrow night. Anthony Bonda comes on to pitch. Bryce Terang leads off, and strike one from the left-hander.
He appeared in 71 games this season. Did Bonda, 5-1. Strike, almost a strikeout to inning pitched. Only one time has he pitched in the post so far.
And he wasn't on the roster for the wild card series, so as good as he was in that one game, you go back, what, the regular season ended on the 28th, I think, of September. He's only pitched in one game since.
Bonda getting a late game moment here as Bryce Terang clips one to left. Kike Hernandez is there, and out number 1. Let's send it down to Lauren.
Brian, I'm over by the Dodger dugout. Dave Roberts has been learning which bullpen arms he can trust. He said, I need Bonda to be himself. I trust him. Then I'm going to Roki in the 9th. Perfect world. I need him to pound the zone, not be timid.
And just in case, Emmett Sheehan loosening for this 8th inning. Good stuff, Lauren. Thank you.
Yeah, speaking to what Lauren said, 34 walks in the regular season in 65 innings pitched.
Brewers are running out of outs. Down to their last 5 outs. The Dodger pitching staff has shut this offense down for 3 straight days now. In the air. Teoscar Hernandez eases back. 2 outs. You can wear what the players are wearing on field during the postseason. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, tees, and more. You can visit MLBshop.com for your favorite postseason team gear.
Designated hitter number 22, Christian Yelich.
Roki Sasaki starting to mill around in that Dodger pen. Here's Christian Yelich. Could be Bonda's last hitter. Got to face the minimum 3 batters. Brewers have Andrew Vaughn due next.
Ball.
Pat Murphy said the Dodger pitching staff has brought out the worst in us offensively. Brewers looking like a shell of themselves compared to the regular season and then the division series.
You have to remember that when they swept the Dodgers here, none of the pitchers that they've faced starting were pitching now.
Crowd is up. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Missed badly. Brewers a team that led the majors in, beg your pardon, 2nd in the majors in batting average, 3rd in pitches per plate appearance. Didn't strike out much. They were tied for 2nd in that category.
3rd in runs scored.
And they got 1 on the board today as Bonda deals. And a swing and a miss. And the 8th inning is in the books. Anthony Bonda puts up a 0. Dodgers coming up in the home 8th. 3-1 LA. Time for our Diamond Play of the Night presented by Desert Diamonds. A diamond is forever, and it happened early, and it was a big one. Max Muncy snares it, spins, and throws a strike to get Jake Bauers at the plate. That was in the 2nd inning. Brewers had a chance to grab the lead at that point, and Muncy snuffed it out. 3-1 Los Angeles as we play in the bottom of the 8th inning. Mookie Betts will lead off. It'll be Betts, Will Smith, and Freddie Freeman. 2 key runs in the 6th for LA to break a 1-1 tie.
Ball.
Grant Anderson in the Milwaukee pen. (2-0) on Betts. RBI double in the 1st inning. Played the first Dodger run. That was his first hit of this NLCS. His second RBI. He's got 6 RBIs in the postseason. He had a great series against the Reds in the 2 games here at Dodger Stadium in the wild card. It was 6 for 9.
Think about it. The first 4 months of the season was a lost season for him. And as Dave Roberts told us, as he kind of let that go and said, I got to get ready for October. His last 50 games or so, well over 300, great slug. Looks like the Mookie Betts we know.
Oh, no.
Did he go? They'll ask. He did. That's a swing, and Betts is out. A strikeout for Jared Koenig. He's faced 2 batters, Ohtani and Betts, and has 2 strikeouts.
Vic Carapazza at first base made the correct call.
Yeah, good call.
There's Vic Carapazza. He'll have the day off tomorrow in the umpire rotation. You get the day off prior to a home plate assignment.
Ball. They don't really do that for rest. They do that because they don't want one of the umpires to umpire 2 of the games in a 7-game series.
Well, Adam Beck is the reserve umpire today. He'll have the plate tomorrow for game 4.
What do you do? Sit at the hotel bar and have a few beers?
No, no. That'd be the Frenchie method.
No, they're grinding watching this game.
He's in, he's probably in full gear ready to come into the game if necessary.
Taking notes. Koenig, what does he throw?
Don't take that, Adam. 3-0 the count on Will Smith. It was his base hit off Mizorowski in the 6th inning that got the rally started for Los Angeles. And it's ball 4.
You notice the at-bats by Will Smith have gotten better and better as we've gone along here in the postseason.
They had to rebuild his legs for the catching work. And minor league season's over. Big league season's in the postseason. There's nowhere to go build that strength up. He didn't start the first 2 games of the division series, but he's been in there ever since. And now he does look like his old self. Freddie Freeman, cut and a miss. Freddie Freeman drew a key walk in the 6th inning against Mizorowski following the Will Smith single. These are the moments Freddie Freeman has a knack to put games away.
You know, coming into this game, 1 through 4 hitters for the Dodgers, just batting 156, but 3 hits today and 3 runs scored.
1 ball, 1 strike. Brewers hoping for a ground ball double play chance. And Koenig rushes Freeman back once again.
2 in a row.
Right up under. You know, Ronnie, you talk about the 1 for 4 that way. If you would have told me, obviously this game's not over yet, 3 outs, but you would hold the Dodgers offense to 10 runs in 3 games.
You figure you'd get at least one of them.
Absolutely, but I turn around, I look at the 2, 3, 4 for the Brewers. Terrain, Contreras, and Yelich, 2 for 33 this series with 13 Ks.
The offense has gone dormant for Milwaukee. Dodger pitching certainly deserves a lot of credit for that. 2 balls and a strike on Freeman. In there.
2 pitches right at you, and then the next one, paint on the outside corner. Conveniently wild, they say.
Tommy Edman will bat next. Jared Koenig, 2-2. Big bouncer. Terang's got it. Fires it to second. Monasterio no play and wisely holds it. And it's a 2nd out. Freeman will replace Smith at first. And here comes Tommy Edman, the switch hitter. He'll turn around, hit right-handed. It was Edman's single that gave the Dodgers the lead in the 6th. Ambush jumped on the first pitch. It was the last batter that Jacob Mizorowski faced.
From This side, he loves to ambush even more, looking for that first pitch heater out over the plate. So he gave him the changeup.
You know, when you have baseball people talking about winning players, Tommy Edman is one of those players. Just every single game seems to do something to help your team in a positive way.
He's 4 for 10 in this NLCS. 4 hits, including a double, driven in a couple of runs. He and Teoscar Hernandez had back-to-back homers in game 1 of the wild card series against the Reds. And then Edman had a first pitch swing and a home run against the Phillies as a right-handed batter in the division series.
You know, Koenig, if you get through this inning, the Brewers almost got to Sasaki in game 1. And if you want to win best of 7, you got to beat the closer at some point anyway.
Sasaki is preparing for the 9th. He'll have Andrew Vaughn, Sal Frelick, Caleb Durbin, the scheduled hitters in the 9th. Edman shoots one foul, and it's 1-2 now.
Even say with Edman, look at the approach right there. See that all the way, trying to shoot it down that right field line. Just a tough out.
Freeman the runner at first with 2 outs. And the 1-2 in there for a called strike 3. Inning is over. Jared Koenig puts up a couple of zeros, and here we go to the 9th. Roki Sasaki against Vaughn, Frelick, and Durbin. Last call for the Brewers in game 3. Base Cam presented by T-Mobile takes you down on the field. In a very well-pitched game, another low-scoring game in this series. And here we go to the 9th. 3-1 Dodgers. Roki Sasaki facing Andrew Vaughn. Pitch misses inside. Save opportunity for Sasaki.
Well, he had 2 saves in the division series, but he walked 2 in game 1 against the Brewers. His most important outing was the 3 perfect innings against the Phillies in game 4.
And you're already seeing the first 2 pitches in and way off the plate. That he had pinpoint control against the Phillies.
Saw the defensive changes as the Dodgers tighten up their outfield defense. Andrew Vaughn takes a strike. 100-mile-an-hour gas from Sasaki.
Had to take a strike there.
Yeah.
They need a base runner.
Brewers down 2. Dodgers score 2 in the 6th to snap a 1-1 tie. Sasaki fires. Vaughn on the ground in the hole. Betts has got it. Jump throw on a hop in time. Wow! Mookie Betts. Gold glove form. What a play.
Well, this right here, guys, is why Mookie not only getting to that, guaranteed he knew who was running. Vaughn, not great speed. So he said, I'm going to give Freddie Freeman a nice hop. Didn't have to put a whole bunch on this throw, and just makes it look easy. Why he's a Gold Glove candidate this year.
That's right. TBS Total Motion presented by Progressive. Frelick pops this one foul and out of play. I mean, the pressure of this throw. It's one thing to glove it. That was impressive enough. But a jump throw on the money to Freeman. What a great play.
I mean, to make that play on the backhand and immediately plant the back foot, and there's a reaction from Mookie Betts. What a big play.
Count is 1-1 on Sal Frelick. One and 2. The entire complexion of the inning changes if Betts doesn't make that play. Now Sasaki in the driver's seat. 1 ball, 2 strike on Frelick. 2-2 the count.
Well, not many times you see the talented catcher Will Smith kind of have a trouble even catching the pitch.
Sasaki deals. Frelick gets jammed. A pop-up Middle of the diamond. Betts calling. 2 outs.
Mookie taking charge of this inning, isn't he?
It was his double that drove in the first Dodger run. And it's his glove that has sparkled in this 9th inning. Caleb Durbin is the last hope for Milwaukee in the 9th. 2 hits and a walk.
He's got to get on for Jake Bauers. If you remember in that game 1, Sasaki, the hit he gave up was a double to Bauers.
And Pat Murphy left him in to make sure he maybe got this at bat.
Left him in against a left-handed pitcher in the 7th as Durbin takes a strike.
Durbin's been the hottest hitter for the Brewers this evening.
A ball and a strike with 2 outs in the 9th. Durbin takes strike 2. The splitter is true. And now the Dodgers are a strike away from a 3-0 series lead. Got him! Ball game! The Dodgers win it! Sasaki closes the door. Los Angeles wins it 3-1. They are 8-1 in this postseason, steamrolling their way through this playoff run, and they are a win away from their 5th NL pennant in the last 9 years.
Well, outstanding starting pitching again. Mookie with a big hit in the first inning to drive in a run. 19-6 in their last 25 games in the postseason.
First time in a long time I'd sit here and you'd love to give the Dodgers offense some runs, but the Brewers give them a lot of credit. They've done a great job. But the story's been the Dodgers pitching. We're talking 9 hits. 9 hits in 3 games. You're not going to win doing that.
Brewers went 6-0 against the Dodgers in the regular season. The Dodgers are now 3-0 against the Brewers when it counts. A 3-1 Game 3 victory and a 3-0 series lead as we send it down to Lauren Shahadi.
Tyler, congratulations. You had to watch last postseason from the dugout. How much better is this?
It's incredible, yeah, to be a part of this incredible group of guys, just being in my hometown, it's a pretty surreal feeling. I feel great.
You looked more confident as the night went on. How did limiting the damage early get you in a groove?
Yeah, Muncy saved me right there. I think early on, a little, like you said, not really in the groove. Rhythm was a little off, and I think as the game kept going, I leaned on that I leaned on the sinker a lot and kind of got me more timed up, and I was good to go from there.
How does this lineup always find a way? Freddie Freeman was in a full pitch clock war with The Miz. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
He was waiting until 8 seconds, worked to walk in the 6th. That was the difference.
Yeah, Freddie's a beast. That's why he's here. He's incredible, an incredible hitter, incredible teammate, and he always comes clutch.
And what about this bullpen? I mean, we don't see them much. How did they finish what you started?
Yeah, this whole postseason, a lot of guys have stepped up. It's been incredible. Just to sit and watch and have a lot of confidence in them, you feel pretty comfortable when anyone in our bullpen's out there.
Look at this place. This is your home. They're all on their feet for you. What's this like? Take it in.
It's incredible. Thank you guys very much. You brought the energy this whole series. Let's keep it going. Thank you.
Congratulations, Brian. Wow.
Dodgers are dominant right now. Swept the Reds. Took out the Phillies in 4, and now they're a win away from a sweep in the NLCS. And guys, Tyler Glass now 5 2/3 of scoreless, I beg your pardon, 1-run baseball here today.
Well, think about it this way. He was able to mix all his pitches in, 2-seamer, 4-seamer thrown around, 97 curveball and slider. But more importantly, he had the worst start of the 3. 22 2/3 innings by these starting pitchers. 2 earned runs allowed in 3 games.
And don't forget the great defense, too. The experience of these players. Muncy's play early to stop the Brewers from taking the lead. Betts in the 9th inning to stop it. It's just, this is a well-oiled machine right now, and they're rolling.
Dodgers, the defending World Series champs. It's been 25 years. We've had back-to-back champs in Major League Baseball. The Dodgers are a win away from giving themselves that chance. Dodgers win it by a final of 3-1 in Game 3 for Jeff Francoeur, Franchi, for Ron Darling, Lauren Shahadi down on the field. The rest of our terrific crew led in the truck by Matt Lipp, our director, Jeff Randolph, our producer, the Sponge. I'm Brian Anderson saying goodbye. You've been watching TBS, exclusive home of the NLCS. TBS Closer, presented by Genesis Motor America.